Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming here to do another recap video. Today we're talking 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 8 Episode 14, Malice in Wonderland. So we're just going to get on right on to it. Not much exciting went down, but there's some things I did want to talk about. We're going to kick things off with Rob and Sophie. So Rob and Sophie, we all know we had the big fight last week with Sophie's mom Claire and everything, and she keeps getting into Sophie's head on everything. This episode starts out with Sophie and her mom Claire out to breakfast ordering grits. They never heard of grits before. I guess they don't have grits in London and stuff and everything. They wanted to try that. And then the mom had talked her into you should basically her staying at her best friend Kay's house again for a while and needs to go home and do that because I guess her and Rob have been texting back and forth and Rob's blaming the mom, which rightly so. So they go back to the house and Rob gives Sophie just kind of fishy fish like stuffed animal and stuff that she liked. Rob apologized to Claire and Claire apologized back and everything, but Sophie was just like, this is all great, but I feel bad. And she's like, I'm gonna stay at Kay's for a little bit, I'm gonna stay for Case for a couple days and stuff. And he was like, well, every time you say that, you claim that you're basically moving out, basically. So I mean, he didn't fight it this time because he didn't want to blow up, but he was just like, I know that the mom is just my worst enemy, and she is, because he even said himself, she got some nerve showing up here after what happened the day before. So yeah, I mean, that was just basically that, There's not much else I can dig deep into that with that. So moving on to the next couple. Next couple I want to talk is Lauren and Alexi. So I've always been Team Alexi, and Lauren, this was a selfish surgery, and she had it's been a month since her surgery, and I guess she's not following the directions to the T. I guess she's still doing a little bit more. She's supposed to be like damn near bedridden, basically. She's driving a lot, she's folding up laundry, making the beds and stuff, and she's still in a lot of pain. And Alex is doing everything, with the kids, getting the kids up and ready for school, taking them everywhere. Plus, he's worried about the war in Israel and everything. So, it's a lot for him. So, he's starting to become frustrated. So, we've seen him talking to Lauren's mother and everything, and they're talking about basically how she downplayed the recovery, basically, and stuff. And rightfully so, because I do think that Lauren did downplay it, and he even told her you didn't need the surgery, just go to the gym. So later, Alexi and Lauren have a conversation about it, and he's actually getting mad. Excuse me. I didn't mean y'all like that. I'm tired, y'all. But anyway, Alexi's getting frustrated because he's doing everything now. The only thing I would say in this defense is that throughout their whole they've been together for 10 years basically, and it looks like that Lauren has really done the house mom thing to the T, and really has not taught. It doesn't look like she taught Alexi anything, because he keeps complaining about how he has to do the laundry, the dishes, and running the kids around. I'm like, dude, you're a father, so that's what fathers do. And even in your culture, it ain't like how it was before. You should know how to do those kind of things. And he was complaining about it. Now, I understand his frustration because this was a selfish surgery that Lauren had to do, and she even admitted that she was being selfish. But give the girl a break, give the girl a break. So, but you know, like it's this situation. It's mixed. I had mixed feelings for it because, like, you know, like yes, it was selfish surgery, but also at the same time, it's your wife, and dude, you should know how to do some of these things. And you're a father. You're a good father too, but unless you're not getting a good at it, you should know how to do these things, Alexi. So, you know, I've always been on his side, but I kind of but at the same time, I see his frustration. So that was that. So that was Lauren and Alexi. Next couple I want to talk is Emily and Kobe. We'll keep them brief. They bought a goat. I guess they bought a goat. I guess Emily's getting married. They're having their Cameroon wedding the next day. I guess we'll see it on next week's episode. And they went out and bought a goat. It was pretty cheap. Expensive for Cameroon money, but really cheap for American money. Emily's mom, like Emily had came in with like Kobe's family, just like the purchase it and everything, and Emily's mom kind of got emotional because she thought that they were trading the goat for her, trading her for the goat or something like that. And the dad was just like, you know what, this is just traditional Cameroon stuff. When we get back to the States, they're going to be going back to living the United States way. You know, it's not like this is like a forever thing. This is just temporary and stuff. And I still don't understand, like, all of this. Like, you know, we've been dealing with it for the last few weeks. I still don't understand all of this. Like, I mean, like, drop it down in the comments if you understand the thing with Emily and Kobe and this bride price and the goat thing, because I just don't understand it. I'm sorry, I just really don't. So I mean, they only had one scene in this episode, so that was it basically. So that was Emily and Kobe. Next couple I want to talk is Gina and Jasmine. So, you know, after the appliance store fiasco last week, Gina and Jasmine finally have a talk, finally have a mature conversation. And they went out to lunch, and Jasmine basically apologized to Gina on how she makes him feel. She said that she'll try to stop arguments. Gina wants her to stop saying hurtful things, and she apologized for that. She said that she wants Gina to take a stand as her husband to do better in terms of their intimacy. And he said he'll work on it. Ain't gonna happen overnight, but he'll work on it. Okay, fair enough. Later, we seen Gina and Jasmine go like dress shopping for her pageant and stuff. And he picked out some things, and, you know, he actually had a good taste, and she was kind of surprised because, like, she says that Gina doesn't have the best style, but, like, he picked out a nice dress for her, and they're acting like each other's managers preparing for this pageant, basically. So they seem to be getting along right there. I mean, it's just a nice little calm before another storm coming. But again, what happened to the sick mom? What happened to the kids? Now it's all about the pageant. So we'll see how that plays out next week. So that was Gina and Jasmine. Next couple I want to talk is Ed and Liz. Ed and Liz. So we left off last week with with Liz coming back to Arkansas with her mom to pick up her stuff, and Ed just saying ignorant things to the mother and everything, and I just wanted to like reach into the TV and like knock his head in. This episode, kind of a continuation of that. So like Liz finishes up packing, she's still crying, she's a hot mess, and you know, like she gave Ed something, and he asked her like, okay, when are the movers coming? And she said they're coming tomorrow. Then he tried to do a half-ass apology by saying that I'm sorry about your I'm sorry about how I came at your mom, but she was coming at me, and Liz shut that down. It's like, Ed, you need to learn to talk to women. Say sorry in your apology. Don't make excuses. And he was like, well, she kept coming at me, and Liz was like, Ed, stop. Don't be doing that, and everything. You don't know how to talk to a woman, and then they get into another argument, and then Ed gonna say this. Ed's ignorant self gonna say, I'm worried about you. I'm worried about your next relationship. I want you to learn from this. And Liz is like, why are you worried about my next relationship? I just came here to get myself and say goodbye to you, and you're worried about my next relationship and everything. And he's like, I want you to do better and all that. And she's like, you do better. And you know what? F you, Ed. And she stormed off. She was just like, I came here to say goodbye to you, and you're talking all that nonsense. So F you, goodbye. And she left. It's that simple. And this guy, for whatever reason, just likes to egg a situation on and go. And someone said this best. If somebody would put a hand on him, he could say all he want, and somebody was to knock him out, he would call the police and play victim. And if they did this, but yeah, he starts the things and says really hurtful things, because he's that type of person. That's what a narcissist does and everything. I've been Team Big Ed for a while in the beginning, but in the last couple years, it just fallen apart to where I'm just not no more. And I'm at the point now where I can't stand him. I've always defended him, especially like when he was with Rose and stuff. But I'm just at the point. I'm at the point where I don't care no more. He is just a terrible person. He's terrible with women. He's terrible with his words. I'm not that best with my words, but I know I've been working on that. He ain't working on his. So I feel for Liz. I'm glad this is the last straw for them, and I can't wait for the tell-all, basically. So that was Ed and Liz. Next couple I want to talk is Angela and Michael. So, Angela and Michael. As we know what happened last week, Angela found that Michael was on some kind of visa chat group, and she thinks this is a scam. Yahoo Boys kind of scam, try to get older American, for them to scam older American women and stuff. And I think it is a scam. And Michael, last week, it was revealed that he uploaded Angela's 2022 tax return, which has all her personal information on there. Now, from what I found out, that stuff is needed for like the documents for his visa interview. That's fine, but for him to upload it in that chat group for everybody else to see, that's messed up, because they could do so much with that, and especially in Nigeria. So this episode, Angela basically, she calls an immigration lawyer, and she explains her situation and what happened. And the lawyer said, like, you have to really think about this. If you want to pull the visa, you're gonna have to do it like now. You have to, but make sure first, because like if it's already in process and everything, and he comes to America, he could actually sue you, she said. And she was like, oh, heck no. He ain't gonna be suing me. So, like she explained about the chat, what happened in the chat and everything. And she's just dumbfounded. And like, at least in this episode, she wasn't screaming, and she's just drained from it all. Like, she just like, he's scamming me, and I just don't know what to do. So she goes and confronts Michael. And Michael tried to explain himself, and it didn't go well. Like, she's like, he tried to explain, like, I did this, and that. Like, he tried to say he went to a cafe to do something that she knew about and whatever and everything. And, like, but she just wasn't buying it. She was like, you know what, you gotta explain yourself, because you could go to jail tomorrow. She's like, for what you did is illegal in the United States of America by giving out my personal information like that, which she is right and everything. So once again, he tried to say, it's not like that. I didn't give out your personal information. I don't know why you would Why would I do that? Blah 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 and all that. It's just he's not convincing me that this thing is like for help and everything. He's not doing a good job at convincing me otherwise. So I'm actually on Angela's side on this and stuff. And she's just like, I had enough. I'm going to report this to the feds and everything. Next thing you know, you see Michael reach out for his phone and starts running. And then the producers are yelling, hotel security, we need you. Hotel security, we need you. And then Angela's yelling, that's my phone, give it back. Michael takes his phone and starts running. For him doing that, now he's guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty. You're guilty. That was plain reaction. He just, it's not even like, can I please have my phone back? He just like snatched it off and ran, and producers had to yell for hotel security. And that's where what a cliffhanger. We left off on a cliffhanger on that. And yeah, he's guilty. He's guilty. Spoiler alert, I don't know why that she still brought him to America after all of this. We all know what's going on behind the scenes and stuff, but it is what it is. So yeah, that was Angela and Michael. And the last couple I want to talk is freaking Patrick and Thais. Now, I've always been Team Thais. I even said, like, when we first saw them on season 9 of 90 Day, I had a crush on Thais. She's my 90 Day crush. But she's starting to do some kind of shady stuff that I'm not liking. Now, we left off with them at the restaurant, like the families getting together, like Patrick's father and Thais's father questioning Patrick's father about charging him rent to be here and charging for the party for the baby. So they go back and forth on that, and then Thais's father says to Patrick's father, Jose, like, Patrick is still not giving me the blessing and everything, and I don't like him for that, basically. And Patrick's brother John was like, you know what? They are already married. The blessing is over. It's all done. There's no need, basically, and everything. And, he was just like, whatever. And Thais is like, Thais did the fit, like, to the T. She was just like, you know what, like, Dad, you're talking too much and everything. But Patrick, is just for respect. You should, like, ask for the blessing. And Patrick, I don't know why Patrick won't do it. He claims it won't be authentic if he does it now. So I do see Thais's point on that. I do think he needs to pull him to the side and everything, but that situation was just like crazy. So the next day, like, Patrick and Thais and the baby just go out and they talk about what happened. And Thais is like, look, we need to get out of that apartment. We don't live here. We don't stay there. I know you love your father because that's all the family you got, but come on. And, and he was just like, well, we need to focus on, like, what's really important, at least his birthday party and me trying to give him your father's good graces. And she was like, well, you could have got the blessing last night. He was like, yeah, but it was all hectic and stuff. And he's just like, I don't want to keep fighting about the apartment and all this. Let's just go. And so they left. Then later, we seen Patrick and John and Thais go out to a restaurant. We met up with some of Thais's friends from Brazil and stuff. And everybody's talking Portuguese, so we can't understand anything. So, and this friend, I think her name was Natalia or something. She meets Patrick and everything. And then all of a sudden, she brings up something from Patrick's past, which was completely stupid. She said that, when you're in I guess Patrick, when he first came to Brazil to meet Thais, like, he met Thais, but they weren't official at that point or anything. So, like, he, was hanging out at a party and kissed another girl and stuff. He said that he told Thais about it. She was upset, but she got over it. And he doesn't think that's cheating. Well, Thais's friends thinks that's cheating and everything, and like question his loyalty to her and everything. And Thais did not defend her husband with that. Then John steps in and says, like, yeah, that's not cheating. Like, they weren't together. they just kissed. They didn't hook up or anything, like and everything. Then Thais tells her friend in Portuguese of what John did doing, about that party that they had, like back during the 90 days, and everything about all the girls he brought to that party. And Thais and just just spilled the beans with that. And then the friend was just like, told Patrick, John is a bad influence on you and everything. Like he wants you to cheat on her and stuff. And Patrick is like, no, he don't. No, he don't. Like, he's like, we lived together for most of our lives. And, besides the wanting the strip club at the bachelor party, he's never asked me to cheat on Thais or anything and everything. And then, John's starting to get upset. And in in Portuguese, he calls the girl SLUT. And she throws water on him. Complete disrespect. This girl was complete disrespectful. She came at Patrick. Then just because Thais don't like John, Thais puts her 2 cents in about John. And, I'm not saying John was right for calling her that, but she throws water at him. And now it's just a mess. And now, judging by the previews of next week, Thais is going to blame John and get mad at Patrick for defending John. And I don't like that. Now, like I said, I've always been on Thais' side when it came to John. But now it's just like she's just looking for, it's kind of like a Nicole Mahout situation where she's just looking for revenge with that. And that's not cool. That is not cool. And Thais lost some brownie points with me on that. She's still my 90-day crush, but she did lose some brownie points with that. So that kind of irritated me, and I'm probably going to be more irritated when I pinpoint it back next week on it. So it's just a hot mess with that. But judging by the previews of next week, I can't wait to see Emily and Kobe's wedding and stuff. Like I said, y'all let me know, explain this what they're going through with the bride price and what the mom and dad are concerned about when it comes to the Cameroon tradition, because I just really don't understand it. Like, I even tried looking it up. I still don't quite understand, so I just really need your help on that one. But that was it, guys. We did not see Ashley and Manuel in this episode, thank the Lord. And like I said, I think Nicole and Mahout are done. Their scenes are done. So anyway, guys, that is in my review. It is hot in the room that I'm filming this in. I need to get back into my air. We're about to have a heat wave throughout the week, so yeah, I need to get back to cool. I'm sweating and I can't breathe. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back on Tuesday, Wednesday to recap Catfish. So until then, y'all stay safe, have a good one, and I'll see y'all again then. Bye, y'all.